Hey, not sure if you're still there. I'm not sure. I am just figuring out the StreamYard and let me pause that. Okay, cool. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I think I figured it out now. This is the first time I've used StreamYard, so. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Devin. So I had actually started doing a writing sprint, and I don't think I had hit the go live thing. I had set this all up in YouTube and then decided to use StreamYard, and I didn't realize they had a different process, but I'm glad it's working now. Are you guys writing this morning? I'm working on my book 3 of my Love and Lies series. It's a domestic thriller series, and I think this is going to be the final book. I technically have 3 other books out right now, but one of them is the prequel, so this is book 3. You're doing genre research with K-Lytics. Oh, that's cool. I haven't gotten into that yet. I actually was working on my keywords last night with Publisher Rocket, but we'll see if it makes any difference in my ads. All right, so I'm going to restart this timer if everyone is good. If anybody wants to jump on, okay, cool. What are you outlining, Devin? If anyone wants to jump on video and chat, just let me know because I can add you if that's easier. I think there's a delay with the chat responses. This is going to take some getting used to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start a new sprint and then come back and check what the comments are. I think I'm going to do this. Let me go back. I'm going to do this one at 10 minutes. And then I'll check back in. Wow, I don't know if you guys could hear that timer, but it made a loud noise on my end. I forgot to check to see exactly what my word count was the second time around here, but I'm at 3703 right now. And I know this morning when I signed on 25 minutes ago, I was at like just over 3,000. So I've got about 7,700 words in 25 minutes. That's not bad. Working a little slow this morning. I haven't done writing sprints with other people in a long time, actually, but I used to find it really helpful. For me, my 2 day jobs are both sitting at a computer. So once I sit down and start writing, I'm fine, but convincing myself to sit back down at a screen again sometimes takes a lot of motivation just to get there. Once I sit down, it's usually easy to put out a couple thousand words in a quick session, but just the thought of being back on the computer again. Not sure if other people struggle with that or not, but I would assume so. I should have went to Starbucks this morning and got a coffee. And actually, it's really nice outside. So if I'd have done that, I probably would have wanted to sit outside of Starbucks and work. And I don't know that a live video would have been so great from that. I see, Devin, where you said you work on multiple projects. You can't focus on just one at a time. I'm kind of the opposite. Not that I can't. I mean, I already have my NaNoWriMo project outlined, but I have to force myself to finish the first one or finish, whatever project I'm working on before I actually start writing, or I'll probably never finish anything. So I'm the same way with reading books. A lot of people can read multiple books at the same time, and I can read a fiction and a nonfiction, but that is it. This StreamYard's really strange. I can't tell who is on. I think it's just me and you, Carrie, right now. You jump around. You do jump around on a lot of projects, but you get things done. You finish. You're able to finish them, and that's my problem. If I switch, I have a very hard time going back and finishing something else. I've always been like that to everything. I mean, including something as simple as reading a book, but also like art projects or literally anything. If I start doing something else, forget finishing the other one. I have ADHD, so I'm sure that has part to do with it. I have to like force myself to, I don't know, I have to make rules for myself, or I would just like have a bunch of started but unfinished projects, which that actually happened for a good part of my life with writing. I have tons of started but unfinished stories and books, but I'll probably never go back to them because I don't know, now like I've moved on to other things, and I feel like trying to go back to them, it's like, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't set this timer when I stopped, and I know I wanted to try to do like 10 minutes on, 5 minutes off, or 15 minutes on, 5 minutes off. I wanted to try to get a few writing sprints, and it's already 11:30, so I only have like 30 minutes left. Yeah, I work better under pressure too. It's funny you say that because I do too, but not multiple projects. I just can't do it that way. I mean, that makes sense. I think a lot of people work better under pressure, but some people just get too stressed out. For me, if I don't have some kind of deadline, that's why in the past I've always like actually booked my editor and given them a specific date where I knew I had to give it to them at that point, because I feel like then I just wait until right before to finish anyway. But I was always like that in school, writing papers. I mean, even for my master's degree, when I wrote my thesis, which, is supposed to be like a book length thing, I was like the person that just like pulled it together at the last minute. And you're supposed to have people, your mentors, I don't remember what they were called, but whatever they were called, your mentors or whatever, read through and give you feedback all throughout like a couple semesters. But I would always have just like basic things for them to read. And then I don't know. it's like I couldn't force myself to do it. I was never one of those people. I hated projects where you had to like provide an outline and then provide a summary and then provide a rough draft. This will be changing soon because I'm trying to write to market for my next. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wish I had brought that book up with me. Oh, that's not it. I'm reading this Write to Market book by Chris Fox. I don't know if you've read that or seen it, but I signed up for this conference in like February, but they're doing this book club, so to speak, on different publishing, like indie publishing books. And that's the first one we're reading together. We actually have like a webinar chat later today to discuss it. And I read it, but I don't know. It's a struggle, I think, sometimes to balance writing to market and writing what you want to write. Changing sounds. Yeah, I can't wait to read your next dystopian. It's funny because I feel like there used to be a lot of YA dystopian novels. Like for a while there was tons, and now I'm having a harder time finding them. I went through a phase where that's all I read. Oh, you have read that book? Yeah. It's short. And then that other book that it seems like all of a sudden everyone's reading that 7-figure, I can't remember what it's, 7-figure author. I can't remember what it's called now. I've seen a few people mention it since you told me about it, and then I read it. You're told to move away from zombies. Are those going out of style? Or whatever style? I don't know why I said that. It's early. I mean, I feel like a zombie story is kind of a classic. How can that, I mean, I guess it's not trending. 7-figure fiction. That's right. That's what it was. I knew it was like a bunch of F's. I have a few pages left to read, but I actually want to go back and reread the part where she talks exactly about like the different universal fantasies, where she gives examples, because I want to sit down with my stories and see if I can match them to that. I think that might help me write my ad blurbs. Yeah, with the end of Walking Dead. Yeah, that's true. And actually, like everyone that got into Walking Dead, like unless you're a diehard zombies only fan, I feel like maybe people are a little burnt out on the zombie thing if that was just like something that was trending for a while. But for sure, what Devin said, like there's people, first of all, there's people that love zombie stuff always and forever, but the popularity will come back around. I think that's the other thing about writing to market. It's like that's constantly changing. So you might not write something exactly to market now, but if it's on your backlist, that could be something that you promote and bump up later. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna start another sprint and see if I can get another 500 or so words. Let's see what you said first. I'll never totally leave zombies. Yeah, that makes sense. But if you finish that series and it, like I said, if you keep it on your backlist, hopefully that popularity will come back again. So it won't be like, at some point that'll be to market, maybe just, I don't know. That makes sense. I guess you do what you got to do. You write both the things you love. I guess that makes sense about jumping around projects then. All right. I am starting this. I'm muting. All right, I better save my work here. I actually have, I'm at 3986, so I really wanted just to hit 4,000 words before the end of this live, so I'm definitely going to do that. That's a good thing. Saw somebody else jump down here for a second, but I think they disappeared. I really need to. I didn't think about the fact that my webcam was on my laptop, which makes it kind of hard to get the right setup. I have an external camera, but I wasn't sure how to live stream with it, so I probably need to figure that out. Anyway, going back to your comment, Carrie, about the zombies, I think that's where it's a struggle writing what you love and also writing what could eventually make money. And I sort of believe, though, I don't know, it's not the popular opinion, and who knows if I'm right or wrong, but I sort of believe that if you write what you love, you could find success with that anyway. But I know it's like the thing now, everyone just to try to write to what's write to market for what's trending right now. But either way, you have a lot of good ideas going on. I can't wait to get outside. So nice out here. I don't know if there's anybody watching this that's also in the South. I'm in South Carolina. And let's see what the weather is today. Too many ideas. I feel like that sometimes, but I just write them down for later. It's like 76 degrees today, but it says high of 79, so it's going to be nice out. I don't feel like there's such thing as too many ideas. It's just if you can't pick what to work on now, that's when it starts to feel like too many ideas. I don't know. I always wonder that about writers who produce more than the norm. Like, I always think about Stephen King. Back then, it was like the standard not to put out more than one book through their traditional publishers. And like, that's the whole reason, not the whole reason, but I think part of the reason from what he says that he started doing the Bachman books. But I don't know. I think some people just like write so fast that their ideas, I don't know. It's a combination of they have so many ideas, but also just like have all the time to write. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think that's people who write full time though. So hopefully one day all those ideas, you'll be doing this full time and have time to use all those ideas, if that made sense. Anyway. All right, I am going to do this one last 10-minute sprint because that'll give me just enough time to come back and close. So here we go. All right. Woohoo. All right. I have 4,319 words, 4,319 words. So I did about almost 1,300 words in the hour. So I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, my back is killing me. I ordered a new office chair, so I can't wait till it comes in. But anyway, I am going to wrap this up. And if you join me, thanks. And if you're watching this later, please leave a comment. And that's it. Thanks for joining me.